John Beam. John Beam's story began quietly enough in 1958 when he was born in California. Long before anyone knew, he would become one of the most respected community college football coaches in the United States. Over time, Beam would carve out a career defined by mentorship, community leadership, and an unwavering belief in the transformative power of athletics. His legacy became even more widely recognized after he appeared in the 2020 season of Last Chance U, the Netflix documentary that shone a national spotlight on Laney College, the Oakland institution where he had spent years shaping not only players, but young men searching for direction. Yet beneath the public persona of the tough, seasoned coach was a man deeply committed to education, family, and the community he had quietly served for decades. Beam grew up during an era when high school and junior college sports served as critical spaces for young people to find discipline and identity. Football became the center of his life early on, and although he did not pursue fame as a player, he possessed an instinctive feel for the game that translated naturally into coaching. By 1979, still a young man in his early 20s, he embarked on his coaching journey as an offensive line coach at Serra High School in San Diego. This first assignment may not have carried glamour, but it set the foundation for the coaching philosophy he would refine through the years, one built on physical toughness, disciplined execution, and personal accountability. Those early seasons taught him not only how to develop athletes, but how to understand their struggles, their motivations, and the personal battles young men often keep hidden behind their helmets. His career took a defining turn in 1987 when he accepted the head coaching position at Skyline High School in Oakland. Skyline was a public school with immense potential, but also a student population that faced real-world challenges well beyond the football field. Beam embraced the job with the intensity of someone who knew football could open doors for kids who were too often overlooked. Over the next several decades, he transformed Skyline into a powerhouse program, guiding the Titans to an astonishing 160-33-3 record. Under his watch, the school collected 15 Oakland Athletic League championships and 11 section titles, dominating their region with a consistency that made Beam's name synonymous with winning. But the numbers told only one part of the story. For many players, Beam was not just a coach but a surrogate father, a mentor, and sometimes the only adult who insisted they were capable of more than they believed. His teams at Skyline reflected his values: disciplined, mentally tough, and relentless. Yet Beam was also known for recognizing potential others overlooked. He developed athletes who went on to play Division I football and even in the NFL, but he took equal pride in guiding students toward college degrees or careers outside athletics. In his eyes, football was a vehicle for life lessons, and wins were meaningful only when matched with personal growth. People who worked alongside him often described him as both demanding and fiercely loyal, someone who never lowered expectations but always offered support when his players struggled. After years of shaping high school athletes, Beam eventually transitioned into college coaching. In 2012, he stepped into the head coaching role at Laney College in Oakland. Junior college football is a unique world, full of late bloomers, transfers, and players seeking redemption after academic or personal setbacks. Beam was perfectly suited for it. His no-nonsense approach, combined with his genuine belief in second chances, allowed him to thrive in an environment where athletes needed structure, but also compassion. At Laney, he became not only a coach, but a father figure to countless players who arrived at the school unsure of their future. His most celebrated coaching achievement came in 2018 when he led Laney College to a California Community College Athletic Association championship. That season highlighted the depth of his football knowledge, his ability to maximize limited resources, and his talent for uniting players from diverse backgrounds into a cohesive unit. It was a defining moment, not just for the program, but for the broader perception of community college athletics in the Bay Area. 2 years later, in 2020, Beam's work reached a far wider audience when Laney College became the focus of Season 5 of Last Chance U. The series showcased the daily realities of junior college football, academic pressures, personal hardships, inconsistent resources, and placed Beam at the center as the voice of both stern authority and compassion. Viewers saw his bluntness, his protective instincts, and his unwavering belief in student-athletes who often doubted themselves. The show highlighted not only his coaching but the community he had served so faithfully, revealing a man who cared deeply about Oakland and the young men who walked through its public institutions. While the documentary brought him new visibility, Beam never sought fame. He remained committed to the rhythms of coaching, the work behind the scenes, and the day-to-day mentorship that mattered far more to him than television cameras. Colleagues, players, and community members consistently described him as someone whose passion for young people was authentic and unwavering. Outside of football, Beam maintained a grounded personal life. Although not as publicly documented as his career, he was known to be a family-centered man who shared strong ties with loved ones and maintained friendships that stretched back decades. Those who knew him privately often described him as warm-hearted, humorous in quiet moments, and deeply committed to giving back to the communities that shaped him. His long career in Oakland schools and colleges reflected not only professional dedication, but a personal belief in uplifting the city's youth. He also engaged in community initiatives, youth development programs, and local mentorship efforts beyond the football field, further solidifying his place as a local pillar. Financially, Beam achieved a level of stability befitting his decades-long coaching tenure. Although junior college coaches seldom earn the salaries of Division I or professional coaches, Beam accrued income through his long career in education, his administrative responsibilities within athletic departments, speaking engagements, and his involvement in the Last Chance U series. By the time of his passing, his estimated net worth was believed to fall somewhere $3 million, a figure shaped by steady professional earnings, modest investments, and the consistency of a man who lived within his means while dedicating much of his life to public service. Tragically, Beam's life ended abruptly and violently, stunning the community he had poured so much of himself into. On November 13, 2025, an incident unfolded on the campus of Laney College that no one could have anticipated. Beam was shot on school grounds, an act that rattled students, staff, and residents throughout Oakland. Despite medical efforts to save him, he succumbed to his injuries the following day, November 14, 2025. The news spread quickly, generating an outpouring of grief from former players, colleagues, and community members who viewed him not simply as a coach, but as a mentor whose influence had changed the trajectory of countless lives. Authorities soon identified and arrested a suspect, a 27-year-old Oakland resident named Cedric Irving Jr., who was apprehended by Oakland police on the same day Beam died. The circumstances surrounding the shooting left many shocked, grappling with the senseless loss of a man whose mission had always been to help others. Tributes poured in from across the country, from former athletes who credited Beam with giving them direction, to viewers of Last Chance U who had witnessed his passion and toughness on screen. At Laney College, vigils were held, memorial banners were hung, and players mourned a leader who had been the heartbeat of their program. In the days and weeks following his death, conversations about Beam's legacy focused on far more than football victories. He was remembered as a mentor who believed in second chances, a coach who pushed players to improve not only as athletes but as human beings, and a community figure whose influence radiated far beyond campus fields. His death left a void not easily filled, but the values he instilled, discipline, resilience, and hope, continued to echo in the countless lives he touched. Through more than 4 decades of coaching, John Beam built a legacy defined by service, mentorship, and the belief that every young person deserved an opportunity to succeed. His impact endures in the achievements of his players, in the programs he strengthened, and in the community that admired him. Though his life ended in tragedy, the imprint he left on Oakland's athletic landscape remains profound, a testament to the power of one dedicated individual to change lives through commitment, compassion, and unwavering purpose.